Well, welcome to Roanoke County Business Partners. We're in South County on Electric Road in the Tanglewood Mall area, and we're at the new branch for Freedom First Credit Union. And we have a unique show today. In fact, we only do this show annually. It's the best of the year. And so you're going to be seeing all the businesses that made a major capital investment, created jobs, did something really exciting in 2014. So stay tuned for the best of 2014. Well, welcome to North County. We're on Williamson Road in Hollins Village at Autotronics. And joining me now is Matt Hartberger. He is Vice President of Autotronics. Matt, thanks for making the time. We appreciate you being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
I think I can't say anything else to start out our little chat together except, wow, this is beautiful. Y'all did a great job, you and your colleagues. This is just wonderful. And if our viewing audience doesn't know what I'm talking about a building that you bought and renovated, and now it's like the belle of the ball.
We spent a lot of time on it, that's for sure.
You sure did.
Yep.
How did you decide that this was the location you wanted to be at?
We love this side of town, and we were successful over here. We just needed a larger facility to expand our warehouse, have more cardio installation space.
Yeah.
And we do very well having a boutique style setting displays for our products.
Oh, sure.
And our other location that we had, it was more of a big box feel. It was full of glass, it was big high ceilings, and stuff was everywhere. It just didn't work well for us. The boutique style has always worked well for us, and has definitely worked well for us here.
With me today is William Farrell, President of Berglund Automotive Group. William, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for coming to see us this morning, Jill.
Now, Berglund has been growing in the Valley for many, many years now, and you operate a successful group of dealerships here. And you just recently purchased 2 new dealerships in the area, and you're expanding your luxury brands. Can you tell us about that?
Right. Well, we recently purchased the 2 Crossroads locations, the one we're in today here in Roanoke and the one in Lynchburg this year. And we were very excited when we found that those 2 opportunities were available, and we felt it was a great way to round out our offerings to our customers.
Well, this dealership is beautiful, and we're so happy that you're expanding in Roanoke County. And I just wanted to tell our viewers about your growth here and what can they expect from this new dealership.
Well, the dealership we're sitting in today is the brand new Infinity dealership. We're proud to be here today. As far as what folks can expect from the new dealerships, the new acquisitions, when the luxury brands is the first time we've offered luxury brands, we want to offer the same level of service and increase that from what we offered at other locations. We have increased the inventory levels. We've got all new loaner car available. We have, if you come and shop at our new luxury locations and you've been shopping with us for quite a few years, you'd recognize a lot of employees. We've moved a lot of long-term managers to our new locations to help out to ensure we provide the same level of service as we do at our other locations.
So you're expanding with 7 luxury brands, I believe it is. Can you tell our viewers what brands they are?
Right. We're excited now to be offering Mercedes and BMW, Lincoln, Volvo, Infiniti, Land Rover, and Jaguar.
With me today is Connie Stanley, the Executive Vice President and Chief of Retail Banking for Valley Bank. Connie, welcome. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Now, today's show is about business growth in Roanoke County, and we're here to showcase the Valley Bank at Bonsack. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of Valley Bank?
Yes, Valley Bank was founded in 1995 and has grown to $835 million, which is the largest community bank in our area.
Well, Valley Bank has a rich history in the Roanoke Valley, and you continue growing. This is the 9th branch for Valley Bank, I believe.
That's correct.
Now, we celebrated their grand opening in December, and this is a wonderful location here at the Kroger Square at Bonsack. So tell us a little bit about how you came to choose this location in the busy 460 corridor.
Several years ago, we actually bought the lot in 2008. Typically, when we're looking for a location, we do a variety of things. We get traffic counts to try to get an idea of the amount of traffic going by the branch location. One other thing that was very helpful for us is we looked at our own systems. We're able to go in and look at zip codes, and we realized very quickly that we already had a large number of customers that lived in this area. And we were continuing to hear from our existing customers, when are you coming to the Bonsack area? And so we felt like that was a great move for us, and so far it's working out very well.
Well, welcome to South County again. We are now in Southwest Industrial Park on Commonwealth Drive, and joining me is Franz Augustine. Now, he has two hats that he wears. With Canline USA, he is president. With Canline out of Netherlands, he is director and CEO. So in both capacities, Franz, welcome to the show. It's nice to have you.
Thank you very much.
I was hoping that maybe, since you're a brand new company for the county, you just really opened your doors in October, right?
Yes.
So if you would back up, when someone's out walking up and down the street, when they see your truck around town and they see Canline, tell them exactly what kind of business Canline is, so that they'll be able to put that in their mind and have a visual image of what you do.
Okay. Actually, we started with magnetic handling of products. So that's our business. But when the aluminum cans came, we had to not have the non-magnetic products. So we also started handling aluminum cans.
Wow.
So we're more or less in the can industry, but also in the steel handling in general. So we can do nails, we can do batteries, all kind of steel products we can handle as well.
Okay.
We even deliver to big car manufacturers in Europe, like Volkswagen and BMW. So actually everybody or every industry which handles steel, we can help out with the magnets. But in the can industry, we can handle the steel cans as well as the aluminum cans.
Oh, and that's a big deal, isn't it, when you're talking about conveyor belts, and especially conveyor belts that just don't go horizontal, the ones that turn and go vertical.
Yes.
You have to have the magnets there, or you're not going to be able to produce very much.
Now with the aluminum cans, that's very difficult because even the magnets don't work. Then we have another product.
Have you ever wanted to make a difference in the life of an animal but didn't know how? The Regional Center for Animal Care and Protection is looking for volunteers to assist with the daily care of their animals. Volunteer opportunities include cat socialization, dog walking, front desk or kennel assistant, off-site adoption events, rescue networking, or shelter photography. As a volunteer, your time and talents will make a difference in the life of an animal. For more information on how to become a volunteer, call or email the Regional Center for Animal Care and Protection.
Welcome to South County. We're on 419 at Promenade Park, and joining me now is Dennis Cronk, who is president and CEO of Poe & Cronk. Dennis, thank you for letting us come onto one of your properties and talk about what's going on at Promenade. In fact, why don't we walk and talk? How's that?
Okay, works out for me.
All right. You've got something really big going on here, the 30th anniversary. Tell us a little bit about the history of Promenade, because it was one of the first, right?
Yeah, it was 30 years ago. I think in 1984 they started construction, and some of the original tenants are still here today.
That's amazing.
Which is exciting. And The opportunity came about 2.5 years ago that the property was going to be available for sale. Our firm sold it to a local investment group, and in return gave us an opportunity to manage what we think is one of the premier assets in Roanoke.
Oh, that's great. Well, Dennis, how do you decide what your marketing mix is going to be for a shopping center like this?
Well, that's one of the most important things about retail, especially when you have a shopping center, is the mix, because each tenant feeds the other tenants, and we got a great mix here. Each one of them benefits from the other, and parking's an important thing, so you don't want somebody to overwhelm your parking.
Exactly.
So that's one of the important things that, and we don't accept every tenant that wants to be here, but yet we try to make everything work. Then we have great occupancy. It was 100% occupied when we purchased it. We got a couple that are coming up this year, but we have two interested parties now that are working on a lease.
You have redone the total facade. How did you decide what the new facade was going to look like?
Well, it took a year of planning, and we were very careful and methodical about it. We met with several different architects. We got each one of them to give us some proposals on what it would take to accomplish our objective, and to be able to do it in a manner that we don't disrupt the tenants, because you're 100% occupied, and these tenants are trying to make a living. So the time frame for construction was doubled so we could slowly work it through the process.
Welcome to the Magic Camp. Magic stands for Mentoring a Girl in Construction, and we're on the campus of Virginia Western. Joining me now is Paul Huffman. Paul is president of Dominion Metallurgical, which is located in Valley Point. Paul, it's great to have you on the show today. Good to be here. Thanks for being a part of this.
Good.
And before we get started, let me say a belated congratulations to you on your recent internal expansion. We appreciate every time a business expands in Roanoke County.
Good. Yeah, we needed the room.
Oh, I know. You were just growing leaps and bounds. So let's get started and talk about why it's important for a company like Dominion Metallurgical to be involved in a camp like Mentoring Girls in Construction.
Our company has a history of giving back to the community and also supporting educational efforts to our youth.
Yes.
It goes back, you and I talked a number of years ago about our input into Virginia Tech's metal casting teaching lab called VT Fire, where we engaged and contributed to the development of that program.
That was amazing. I mean, we even took our VTV up and filmed that. And it's a great analogy to this camp, because what you've done with VT Fire is amazing as far as with your professional organization, the new what do you want to say, entry-level employees, engineers that you're putting out in the field?
Yes, the engineers, we used to put out of Virginia Tech approximately one a year. Now, because of the VT Fire program, we're putting somewhere between 6 and 10 a year out into our industry that would come through the program. So
I think that's the most amazing thing, that your industry had to figure out a way to produce employees to come into your industry, and you did it with VT Fire.
Right, and it was a multi-year effort.
And I think that's a great analogy back to the Magic Camp, because I feel like that's what Virginia Western is leading the way with here.
Yes.
They're looking for needs in the community, and then they're going out and getting businesses to support.
Yes.
And then with all the school systems and everything, they're able to recruit and then provide this. So it's so much better for someone to come in and go through a camp or a class and find out, maybe this isn't my cup of tea, or I'm wild about this, I want to pursue it more.
Exactly. And even though the construction industry is really not our industry, some of our customers are in the construction industry.
There's a lot of relationships
there are a lot of relationships, and we're happy to support the community efforts that you, Virginia Western, are involved in.
Oh, welcome back to the campus of Virginia Western. We are once again in a classroom with the Magic Camp, which is Mentoring Girls in Construction. And joining me now is Barbara Dooley. Barbara is project manager for Lineberger Construction. Barbara, thank you for taking the time off from work and joining us here today. We really appreciate it. Let's start about why Lineberger thinks it's important to be involved with a camp like this. Why are you supporting Magic Camp?
Well, actually, we strongly believe in promoting any type of educational program that increases the construction workforce, because right now that is limited.
Yes, yes.
So right now, that's one of the big key items is training new individuals to come into the construction industry.
But I like that. I mean, you're not sitting back and complaining. You're getting out and doing something and looking for new ways to have future employees. And that's what career development's all about. That's what these camps are all about.
Yes.
But you have your own unique story. I mean, you were working and going to school at night. Tell us a little bit about that, and it's related to construction.
Yes, actually. I attended Virginia Western for about 4 years, taking night classes to achieve my associate's degree in construction technology.
How appropriate for this.
Exactly.
Yes.
I did that because I'd started out and I grew through the construction industry. I started out in low ranks and wanted to grow with the company, so I pursued that career in order to further my career with the company and education.
That's wonderful. And you were working
during the
while
day.
you were going to school at night, right? So were you in the construction industry at the time?
Yes.
Okay. So that really meant a lot to you, and that puts you in a perfect position to be a great mentor to young ladies like this.
Yes.
So the girls that we have behind us in class and everything, if they develop an aptitude for this, if it's something they like, is Lionberger open to doing, job shadowing and helping them along, so eventually you have another source of new employees coming along?
Absolutely. Lionberger's equal opportunity. If you're willing to join the construction industry, we're willing to review your credentials to see if you qualify for an open position.
Wonderful. Well, tell us a little bit before we stop. What does a project manager do?
Well, I have several job sites that I have several men and, well, right now mostly men that work for me and will work with me rather, and we construct a building, whether that's remodeling an interior or bringing the job from the ground up.
Wow. And do you happen to have anything going on in Roanoke County right now that we'd be aware of?
Actually, I'm renovating the rack right now.
Are you really?
Another project manager started it, and I actually picked it up.
Wonderful. Well, we can't wait to see the end product there. Robert, we certainly appreciate you taking the time out to be with us today, and thank you for the role model that you're going to be for future women in construction, okay?
Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Don't you go away. We'll be right back.
I'm here now with Nadine Carson, the Business Development Manager for ECS. Welcome, Nadine, to our show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, why is it important to support this kind of initiative for ECS?
Well, we find that having diversity in a workplace is very important, and having more females in the construction industry is vital. It's wonderful to have girls in non-traditional roles, to have them be able to have the opportunity to look at other things, to actually just even consider what other career options could be out there. A lot of girls just grow up thinking that this is not open to them. So having a camp like this and having them have the opportunity to work with some tools, get a little dirty, and just have the opportunity to think about it is very important.
It's very exciting for these young ladies to have that opportunity, and I know ECS is a big sponsor of this event, and thank you for doing that, and thank you for all that you do to support young ladies in the profession.
Absolutely.
Tell me how this can advance internships in the profession.
Well, we're always looking for people that are coming up in the industry that have a desire to learn more, get more involved. Something like this can stoke a little bit of desire in the girls to want to get more involved. ECS does offer internships. You have to be at least 18 years old in order to work out, because we're actually out on a lot of job sites. But we do offer internships, and a lot of people, we get a lot of people from Virginia Western that are pursuing their construction management here, and so they come over and they get a lot of real-world field experience with ECS.
That's a fantastic opportunity.
Yes.
Now, if someone wanted to find out more about this opportunity, how would they contact you?
Our website is www.ecslimited.com, and they can go on and find out about employment opportunities, internships. We have offices all across the U.S., so if they're not originally from this area, they can go to their home area and see if we have an office there as well.
Great. Nadine, thank you for being with us. I
Thank you so
appreciate your
much.
help.
We are back on the campus of Virginia Western, but this time it's for the robotics workshop. And joining me now is Dave Stocker. Dave's an electrical engineer with T-Mike. Dave, you're also chief technologist of what area?
Of the Crane Systems Group at T-Mike.
That has to do with robotics.
Exactly.
So it's just perfect timing.
Yes.
So, Dave, take us in and do a little background here. When people are driving down 419 and they see TMEIC.
What is that?
Exactly.
Yes.
What does that stand for?
T-Mike stands for Toshiba Mitsubishi Electric Industrial Company. So we are a joint venture, T-Mike is a joint venture of Toshiba and Mitsubishi Electric. And I think most people have probably heard of those two companies anyway.
Exactly. Then when you say it like that, everybody knows exactly what's going on. Tell us a little bit about how many employees you have and what you're doing inside of the building.
Roughly about 300 employees. Mostly, our headquarters is in Roanoke County, so we're based in Roanoke County.
And we love that.
Yes,
we do.
And our specialty is designing control and automation systems for machines, particularly large industrial machines. And the group I'm in, we design control and automation systems particularly for cranes and particularly for container handling cranes. So if when you're down there at Norfolk or Hampton Roads and you see those big giant ship-to-shore container cranes, we supply all the electric control systems for those.
Oh wow, so Port of Virginia knows T-Mike very well.
Exactly, and one of the container terminals down there in Hampton Roads has in fact the first robotic container handling cranes in the United States, and that was a project of ours several years ago.
Oh, I love that. I just love hearing that. Now, you've been in the county how long?
I've been in the county since I graduated from Purdue, probably more years than I care to say. More than 25 years ago.
We won't hold you to that, but we're proud of you for it. And we certainly do appreciate what you and all your colleagues are doing.
It's a lot of fun.
Give a shout out to Dale Guidry for us.
Absolutely.
And we're going to look forward to interviewing a few other of your colleagues. So thank you for being here at the Robotics Workshop.
Thank you.
This is Chief Howard Hall of the Roanoke County Police Department. I'd like to thank the almost 80% of Virginians who already wear their seatbelt. However, there were still 310 people who died last year in Virginia while unrestrained. Seatbelts are the best defense in a crash and save thousands of lives each year. During the Click It or Ticket campaign, we will have officers out day and night aggressively enforcing Virginia's occupant protection laws. If you are caught not wearing a seatbelt or using a child seat as required, you will get a ticket. The warnings are over. Click it or ticket.
We are now in South County, out on Starkey Road, and we're at the Friendship South Rehab. And joining me now is Russ Barksdale. Russ is president and CEO of Friendship Retirement Communities. So we're on your beautiful property that you're getting ready to build on. We were here a couple months ago in August for the groundbreaking, and Senator Mark Warner was here, and Congressman Bob Goodlatte sent letters, and it was just a great day. So tell me, how did you decide? How did you find out there was demand? What kind of research did you do to determine that you needed to put a rehab here?
Sure. Well, as you know, we have a great campus at the North Campus, the largest rehab center in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and we always keep track of where our patients are coming from and the rehabbing and where they're going back home. So we found that we actually have, from a patient origin standpoint, about 7 different states that refer business to us and refer their patients to us for rehab. When we looked at the other demographics, so many of those, though, were coming from the South Roanoke area, from the Cave Spring area, from South Roanoke County, and we just felt that what a great opportunity to put something in their backyard where they can rehab at home and be right near their friends and neighbors and and be able to eventually go back home and live prosperous lives. So we're really excited about our development here.
Really? You threw me off base when you said 7 states, because I was expecting you to talk in terms of zip code, because that would make sense. So you did your marketing research and marketing tracking that way.
Sure.
And you couldn't ask for a better location. Of course, we're biased in Roanoke County, but you're right in between Carilion and Lewis Gale.
Right.
I mean, this just works perfectly.
Well, that had a little something to do with it, as you can imagine, being between the two campuses, because we very much rely on about 12 different hospitals referring to us, and we want to make sure that they feel comfortable with us, that they have their own group of physicians that are following them. So a Lewis Gale doctor will be following Lewis Gale patients, a Carilion physician will be following Carilion patients as they continue to rehab here and then go home.
And it makes it convenient on them too.
Absolutely.
Welcome back. We are now on South Peak, on top of South Peak, on Route 419 Electric Road. And we're at the Hilton Garden Inn, and joining me is Gary Chrysler, who is General Manager of the HGI. Let's talk about this facility, because it is really an unbelievable facility.
Yes.
It's a Hilton. So is this a special line with Hilton, the Hilton Garden Inn, or is it just one of 5 lines? Kind of give us an idea.
Okay. It is one of the Hilton products, if you will, or one of the brands that's represented under the Hilton name.
Yes.
And the Hilton Garden Inn actually is positioned to facilitate the frequent business traveler, the leisure traveler, and that small business or small group meetings aspect of the market.
I heard you say earlier appropriate accommodations on the upscale or affordable accommodations, I believe was the word that you used.
Exactly.
That was great.
It is an affordable product, or a sleeping room, if you will, or meeting facility that's also a very upscale experience too. So that's excellent.
Okay. Well, now this is a $15 million capital investment.
Yes.
How many square feet?
It's, well, the gross square foot of the building, I'm not really sure, but it's 117 guest rooms.
Perfect.
We have an indoor swimming pool. We have an exercise facility. We have a 24-hour business center. We also have meeting space that accommodates 2,500 square feet for meetings and banquets. And we have a full-service restaurant serving breakfast and dinner.
Oh, wow.
And some of the amenities that are also in the sleeping room is that we have a full working desk with ergonomic design seating as well. And at dinner time, we have a chef's table that's featured in the restaurant for the evening as well.
Welcome back. We are here today to break ground on an exciting new development in Roanoke County. With me today is Mike Gorman, president of Edward Rose & Sons, and John Houchin, the director of construction for Edward Rose. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Now, this exciting new development is being built on Cove Road at I-81 and 419, and it's Roanoke's newest luxury apartment community. Mike, thank you for this investment in Roanoke County. Can you tell us more about the project?
Well, it will be 252 apartment homes, luxury apartment homes. It will consist of 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. It's currently planned for 84 one-bedrooms, 24 two-bedroom, one-bath apartments, 108 two-bedroom, two-bath, and 36 three-bedroom.
Well, this is obviously a great investment for Roanoke County citizens and a new place to live with these beautiful views behind us, so we're very excited about it. Now, Edward Rose has some experience in Roanoke County with the Sunscape apartment complex here as well, right?
We have indeed. We have had a presence in Roanoke extending back more than a decade. Back in the late 1990s, we completed Sunscape Apartments, which is located in southwest Roanoke County. It's at the intersection of Colonial and Ogden Roads. And it's been a very good performer for us, and I know our staff takes a lot of pride in the fact that over the years, I believe since 2000, they've won Roanoke Magazine's Best Of at least 10 times, if I'm not mistaken. So they take a lot of pride in that.
Well, that's a quality project, a quality development in the county, and I'm sure this one will be just as nice.
Well, that concludes our program on the best of 2014. Thanks for joining us on Roanoke County Business Partners, and make sure you join us again on RVTV Channel 3.